Hi everyone, my name is Pele Renata and welcome to my YouTube channel. The latest release from Art by Marlene has put a lot of us in unicorn mood, but to spice up things a bit I decided to combine it with some older products. The first thing that I did was to take a Sending You Love stamp set from the Out of This World collection, and I chose a little star stamp and heat embossed it with clear embossing powder. I know it's kinda white on white, but I hope here you can see what I mean. Now these embossed stars are gonna serve as a color resist for the sprays that I'm going to use. To prevent my paper from wrapping, I'm spraying water on both sides, and here I'm starting to spray my color. At this point I thought to make a page where I would put color just in one corner and the rest would be white, but as you can see I changed my mind and decided to color the whole paper. For this page I chose to work with 2 shades of purple and little bit of blue, and here's again another thing for which I will change my mind. With the blue color I thought to make like magical paint swirls or something. But when drawing my page, I kinda didn't like how this looked. I mean, it wasn't bad, just not how I imagined it. So instead I decided just to put another layer of paint. And this time, while drying the paint, I decided to let the paint flow freely to each direction. And also I was kinda dipping my paper into the paint which you can see on my glass mat. And that actually gave some really nice results, as you can see here. And I thought this background really will be nice for my magical themed page. Now, as usual, off camera I have colored my images using Prismacolor Premier pencils. But now I wanted to build the surrounding for my images, and for that I used a couple of Art by Marlene metal die sets. You can see the name of each die set that I have used on the screen. But before adhering my elements, I used Distress Oxide ink to darken the edges of my elements, but also the edges of my page as well. As I tend to say, I always feel like darkening the edges of my page gives it more complete look. Now, using Art by Marlene sticky multi-glue, I am adhering the elements, but here I am being mindful to put the glue only on the lower part of my die. That way that the upper part is not adhered, so that I could tuck in other elements in it as well. I hope you can see what I mean on the video. Oh, and I forgot to mention this beautiful paper that I have used with the Scallop metal die is actually one of Art by Marlene scrap papers from Out of This World collection. This is one thing which I actually really like about Art by Marlene range, and that is that you can so well combine products from newer and previous releases. Now, as you can see, I'm continuing to build the surrounding for my focal images. Funny thing, you can see those stars. I originally thought to adhere them to the upper portion of my paper and make them look like they are hanging from the sky or something. But later on I changed my mind and decided to make them be like a star-looking flowers or something. And actually I think that's the beauty of art journaling. It is your art, your imagination, your supply, and you can make it look any way you like. At this point I still haven't adhered the girl and the unicorn. I'm just trying to assess the position of the other elements surrounding it. But for adhering them, I will use some foam tape to give my project some extra dimension. I very often color my images off camera because I feel videos would last way too long if I would show you my coloring process in detail. But if that's something you're interested in, I can for sure make such video for you, just let me know in the comment section. Anyway, now you can see me adhering my focal images. And as I have said previously, I use the foam tape, but you might have also noticed that I have adhered the hooves of the unicorn with liquid glue. And I did that only so I could tuck it in my scallop surroundings better. As you know, in vast majority of cases, I tend to work in the Art by Marlene journals, but this time I decided to work on a loose paper as I had an idea to make an art journal full of magical themed pages and gift it to my daughter one day. Anyway, what's left to do now is to add a couple of details, and some of them are adding some glitter. As I always say, you can't make a magical page without using some glitter. For the unicorn horn, little stars and girl's crown, I have used Special Effects glamour glitter in the gold color, but for the unicorn's mane and tail I have used glitter in silver color. Now, as I again didn't put any splatters on my project, I'm just adding a couple of white dots here and there. And then what's left to do was to add a quote. I really like when my sentiments match my pages, so I was sure to choose one with some fantasy flavor in it. And you can always rely on Marlene to have such appropriate quotes. And mine says, "Fly me to the moon and let me dance among the stars." And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed making this magical page with me. And if you did, please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any thoughts on this page, please share them with me in the comment section. Thank you all for your support, and have a nice day. Bye!